What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before I go any further, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and ding that bell for me, just so you know when these videos come out. If you don't have the notifications turned on, then there's a good chance you've missed some of my videos, and I don't want you to miss them. Today, what I've got for you, finally, is I'm out here at the brand new course in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Still working on a name, but we've got some stuff we're throwing around. But I'm going to give you a little preview. I'll throw some shots, some I'll just probably show you the holes, because there's some that the tee pads need to get put in before there's going to be good footing, and I just don't like teeing off from the area yet. But yeah, I'm excited about this course, and I'm really excited to see some of you people come over and try it out. It's going to be a really tough course. I'm really curious to see what a hot score will be out here. But I'm standing right here on hole 1's tee right now. Just a little info on the whole course itself. The tees are going to be turf. Some are going to incorporate a deck style tee pad, so it'll be 6 foot by 12 foot decks that will have a 4 foot by 10 foot tee on it. And that is because there's so much slope on some of the holes and elevation that it was going to be extremely hard to get a bunch of gravel in, and even harder to actually get it level. So a deck was just the easiest thing for us to do. But this one is packed gravel with turf on top of it. But we're hoping to get it done soon. I'm hoping very soon, and hopefully we'll have a tournament out here. But 18 holes, mostly the holes are going to range anywhere from 200 feet up to 500. So I mean, there's some big shots out here, but if you get anywhere close to the basket on the 500 foot shots, then good on you. But let's go ahead and try to get into some of these holes. Oh, and also I do want to throw out there one little side note. Very early in the designing of this course, I had Tim Barr come over, and he assisted me with what is now the back nine. When he originally came, we came and we laid out about, I think we got 9 holes laid out in a layout. Since then, after I designed the front nine and we started going through the rest of the course, I did have to change a decent portion of what he helped me design. I think it was roughly 5 or 6 of the holes I actually had to redesign, but he did help me get the flow in, and he helped me a lot with getting the holes figured out. So getting to work with him and see how he was designing actually did help quite a bit. So I do want to give him credit for helping me out with that back nine. Like I said, I ended up almost being forced to change a few of them, but just wanted to throw that out there, that some of the holes that you will see are going to be holes that Tim helped me design, and then the others are almost, well, about 5 of them are completely different holes that he's not even seen yet. So I want him to come over and see this course. But yeah, I appreciate him coming over and helping me out with that. So okay, let's get into it. So hole 1 roughly is around like 100 and maybe 180, 190 feet maybe, but there's a considerable uphill throw. I would say you're looking at maybe close to like a 15 to 25 foot elevation change going uphill, so it makes it play a little bit longer, but you can get a putter there if you just put a good move on it. But the shape is just a slow turn to the right up the tunnel. I'm sure somebody could throw a slope like a zone or something forehand up there. I've been doing the backhand flip over. It's not the right word, but hyzer flip, I've been doing that. So I'll try to throw a couple on this one. I'm throwing nomads right now on this. That should be in the circle. One FYI on this one is if you play it just straight to the left, there is a slight hillside that can sometimes funnel you to the basket. So that's a little inside. All right, so here you can see there's where that nomad landed. It's probably 15 to 20 feet from the basket, and right down that way is the tee. Move over here. You can see it. So there. Pretty cool little starting hole, I think. I like it. There's a chance we put another position in the ground too, but yeah, that's the hole for right now. All right, so on to hole 2. This hole, you can see the tee right here, follows this road. It's another one that continues uphill, and the basket sits right up there on this hill side right there. It's kind of like an island green, but where it's not going to be played as an island. Distance is probably close to like 270, but the uphill makes it play over 300 for sure. Honestly, a shot that goes just up to the road and to the left in front of the basket can get you a putt that's level. If you go straight, you're going to have a death putt that has a drop off behind the basket of like probably 8-foot drop off. So mainly it's get close to the basket if you can. But yeah, let's throw a couple. I'm mainly just going to try to hit the gap with this one. I don't know. The ceiling can be a factor on this, but yeah, that's the idea. So here you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So there you can see basket road. This road sits a pretty good amount below the basket. Up here you're level, but putting that way you're putting over a cliff if you miss your putt. So cliff. I'm going to stand next to the basket so you can see the height. My head's looking down at like the base. So I'm about level with the actual bottom of where the ground sleeve is in the ground. So you're putting like that. But if you push deep up the road, you get more level and have a better putt. All right, so now we're on the hole, or the tee of hole 3. I can turn you around real quick. Right back down there is hole 2's basket. So you walk up this road, and now hole 3's tee tees off through this gap here. This is the first, I guess, beast you can call it. You hit that tunnel from the road going in, and this hole sits around like the 500-foot range. So the shape is just a slow a disc pushing just slowly to the right for most of the way, not a big turnover. Something that's just pushing slow over. You can throw a putter, you can try to go big, but usually a putter or mid will get you where you need to get to have a cleaner shot to the basket. So every time I think I throw a clean one, I nick a tree. Okay. So I'm standing in the ideal landing zone. So back up here. Up there is where we teed from, through that tunnel. So landing anywhere around my bag and right in front of this log will get you a shot down the fairway. So going down this tunnel and left will get you to the basket. I'll throw a shot just from behind this log, just so you can see maybe what you can do. That'll get me a pretty long putt. All right, so now we're on to hole 4. This is one that doesn't have a tee at all, just a frame. So I might just do like one standstill forehand or something, but the basket is right back there. There is a gap, a very small gap on the right side over here. You can throw a backhand hyzer at it, but it's way smaller of a gap. So right now I don't throw any backhands on this hole because the tee's so bad. That'll be a putt from that one. After that little intermission, I took like 10 or 15 minutes to find a disc. I found it. Okay, so this is one you're not going to see me throw because the tee's not in and it's kind of hard to run up on. Goes right up through this gap and then right up here, or my finger, right above my finger there. So I'll walk up through the gap, show you what it looks like halfway up the fairway. Okay, so down there is the tee through that gap. There's an arching tree. If you go under, a little bit of hyzer and come into this green that is slightly slanted right to left. And it's a good uphill shot. It might be like 260 or so, but I'd say 20 feet of elevation or so. So it's a tough shot to park. All right, so this is the second par 4 you come to. I think this one it is round 370, maybe. It could be a little more or less. I haven't done an exact measurement yet, but it does go uphill at least 35 to 40 feet, just gradually up the whole tunnel. So you go up this middle tunnel here, and then just barely at the where's the tunnel? Just barely at the top here, you want to just come to the left slightly, and the basket is pushed up into the woods again. Once you get up to, there's like a little trail that intersects this. Once you hit that, it'll push into the woods again. So I'm gonna try to throw one shot, even though this tee sucks at the moment. We're working on them. I mean, that's in the center, so here's the shot I threw, and right up here through that gap is the basket. That's probably another 150 feet or so, fairly uphill. So here's the gap you probably didn't see because I think my camera tilted up as I was throwing, but that's the gap you're trying to hit. All right, so we're on to probably the shortest hole, or one of the shortest holes. You tee off from this trail right here, slightly downhill, but the basket's actually sitting pin high with it, so the fairway kind of goes downhill and a little back up. And on the right there, I would say it's maybe 170, 180, something like that. Keep on going, baby. That hit at the base. I don't know if it sat. This basket is sort of on a mound, so. And that one hit right at the base too, so we'll see if they stayed. So there you go. They're holding hands. 2 zones within about 10 feet. I'll show you the fairway sort of from the basket. So that's the gaps that you come in through, and it just goes back behind the basket back there. So here's one of the first decks you come to, hole 8. And it was going to be considerably difficult to make that level, so This is a 6 foot by 12 foot deck. We'll have 4 foot by 10 foot tee on it. Okay, so I've got you on the deck with me here, and we will zoom up. This is maybe 200 feet, but this is the most uphill hole if there is on the course. I think it goes up in elevation of around 52 feet. So you're teeing off uphill. There's a left and a right side gap on this center tree. So we'll try to hit it. There we go. That should be within about 10 feet. Okay. There's that one I was talking about. About 10 feet away. Okay, so we have made it to hole 9. If you look over here, here's the road that you play up hole 2. So the right side of hole 2's fairway is where hole 9's tee is. I'm probably going to put a little bit of netting between these two trees right here, just to reduce chances of a disc coming this way. This course is separated into 2 sides, so you had to connect it back some way. But anyways, if you look right here, this hole's maybe 180, 190 feet. Blind tee shot though, so you've got this dead tree stump right there, and then just to the left of it right here, that tree is the tree you should be hyzering in front of if you're wanting to get to the basket. And if you do pure align here with something that's glidey, you can go deep and have like a 60, 70 foot comeback putt, because after about 30 feet or so behind the basket, there is a drop off behind the basket. So gap hit and distance control is pretty important on this one. I think I'm going to try to just power down on a Envy and see if I can get it there. Well, I know I can get it there. See if I can get it there and see it. It's short. I threw that a little high, but it caught a tree late. So I mean, it's probably close to the basket, but maybe not in the circle. All right, so I think I'm going to split this into 2 videos. So that was the front 9 here at the new disc golf course in Big Stone Gap. Looking forward to seeing a bunch of you guys over here. Hopefully we'll get a tournament here soon. But make sure you check in on my next video on this course. It will be the back 9. So thanks for watching. Till next time, guys. Peace.